This is the mock speaking test for the International English Language Testing System conducted on September 30th, year 2025. The candidate is Mehrshad Kermani. The examiner is Amir Muhammad Itisam. Good afternoon. My name is Amir Muhammad Itisam. Can you tell me your full name, please?
Yeah, my name is Mehrshad Kermani.
All right, now in the first part, I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's talk about where you live. Do you live in a house or an apartment?
Actually, I live in a basement of a big house. Me and my roommate, we rented this place a few months back, and it's good. You know, the rent is fitting to our pockets, and the neighborhood is a good place. We live in Toronto, so rent is a problem, and we found this place, and we're happy living in a basement.
And what do you like about the area where you live now?
Well, the area that we live now, the thing that I like the most about it is the neighbors and the trails that are around our house. Well, I'm really interested in taking long walks and listening to music, and our neighborhood is actually full of beautiful trails, and there's a river within like a 5-minute walking distance, and I really like that place. And the neighbors are very nice. Actually, one of our neighbors is really close to us, and we hang out like twice a week. We have drinks, and it's a very warm neighborhood.
And would you like to see any changes in that area?
The only problem that we're facing right now is the amount of construction that's going on. It's causing a lot of traffic, especially in the mornings when the kids are going to school, and there's also a lot of noise. But the construction season is going to be over pretty soon, so I don't think it's going to be that much of a problem. But yeah, throughout the summer, it was a big problem.
All right, now let's talk about traveling by car. Do you often travel by car?
I used to. Since I moved, I don't have a car. It's been about 6 months. But before that, I used to drive, and I really enjoy traveling by car. I like driving, and really good at it. And I used to drive everywhere by car, and I was the guy who picked up everyone when we were going out in our friends group. I picked up everyone and went to different places and then dropped everyone off, and stuff like that. I really enjoy driving.
When was the last time you got a taxi?
Attacked. Can you explain the question? How attacked?
When was the last time you got a taxi?
A taxi. Okay, sorry, didn't hear. Last time I got a taxi. Well, nowadays everyone works with apps like Uber and similar apps. But the last time I actually got a taxi, stand it on the sidewalk and ask for a taxi, I think it's probably 6 or 7 months ago. I was coming back from a class I had, and I was at the subway station near our home. But the problem is that my phone had died, and then I just stand on the side of the road and got a taxi.
And do you think everyone should learn how to drive?
Well, I believe it's a very important life skill, because and driving is not only it's not about the car or the city. It's about knowing. It's like riding a bicycle. Like everyone, I think, should know how to ride a bicycle. It's a very fulfilling experience, and it's important because
Thank you.
You may need it.
Okay, now I'm going to give you a topic and I would like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you will have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can also make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. Now I'm going to share my screen with you. Do you see the topic?
Yes, I do.
All right. I would like you to describe someone you know who you think is very intelligent. All right, now remember, you have 1 to 2 minutes for this, so don't worry if I stop you. I will tell you when the time is up. Can you start speaking now, please?
Yes. About a person who I think is very intelligent, I like to talk about my one of my father's friends. His name is Shaheen, and well, he's a really close friend of my father, and that's how I know him. He used to work in my father's office, and we spent a lot of time together. And what he does is that he's the manager of the stone factory, and he manages all the products that come and go inside the factory, and also the connections with the people and the customers. He does it all. And um, the thing that I know about him, because we were really close, I know about his childhood and how hard it was on him when he was a teenager. And then he grew up. He had a really rough time growing up, both financially and mentally. And he got like at the point of his life, he got divorced, and his wife took everything away from him, and he started again. He had a very rough time getting to where he is. And why I think he's really intelligent is that he made the best out of what he got in life, and he really inspires me as a person, as a man, and I really think I really look up to him. The things that he did in his life, despite the hardships that came, they're really inspiring. And he reads a lot of books. He like got me into books when I was younger, and he's also a philosopher. I He has all these beautiful ideas and a beautiful mind, and he uses it in his personal life in order to enhance his relationships with people. And I think that's really inspiring. A lot of people read books.
All
A lot of
right,
people.
thank you. Okay. And do you enjoy meeting intelligent people?
I do because I think, well, they say that if you meet intelligent people, like experienced people and intelligent people,
All right,
they
thanks.
speaking.
Okay, we've been talking about someone you know who you think is very intelligent, and now I'm going to ask you 1 or 2 more general questions related to this.
Okay.
Let's talk about helping children develop their intelligence. How can a teacher help children become interested in learning?
Oh, children are their mind is really open to everything. So it's like a ready farm, and everything that you plant in it, you will see it grow. So what a teacher, I think, should do is that show them uh, examples of this, examples of people who became interested in learning and grew and became successful or famous or whatever that may appeal to the children at that time. And this would really help them. This would really encourage them to, become interested in learning. And children really do like idols. When you show them idols, if they were good idols, appropriate ones, they would try to follow, and they eventually will get into learning, I believe.
And what are the qualities of a good teacher?
Well, the qualities of a good teacher. I believe a good teacher is one that understands the needs of the children, and not the children. I mean, their students. A teacher who fully understands the needs of his or her students and works every session, plans every session towards that goal. And because a lot of teachers, what they do is that they heart maybe at the right place, but they like take detours into reaching that goal. And a lot of students, they get bored. They maybe stop learning, stop coming to that class, or they become disencouraged. Is what I mean. But a good teacher is that a teacher who chooses the best path for getting the children in the students to the ultimate goal that the class is trying to reach.
And do you think it is difficult to become a good teacher?
Yes, I believe it is very difficult. Good teachers are treasures, and they might change a person's life. And it's very difficult to become a person who will have a good influence at all times on a person. And the connection that the teacher and student have is very important and it's a very unique thing.
Thank you. Now let's talk about highly intelligent people. Do you think being very intelligent always leads to happiness?
No, I do not, because I believe that actually I believe in the opposite, because the more you know, the more you understand, the more you realize how much pain and suffering is going on everywhere in the world. I believe that people who don't care and don't care to think about as much can live happier lives. When you understand everything, when you think too deep about everything, it just makes you sad. That's why all the great philosophers of our time were depressed. Like Nietzsche, like Descartes, most of them.
All right, thank you very much. This is the end of the speaking test.
Welcome.